Hello travelers, Boardman21 here, and today I wanted to discuss how sets are going to change Season 2. And with that I mean, we recently learned you're going to be able to break them down and take the affixes off of them and then craft those affixes onto other items. You won't be able to do this onto uniques or things with legendary potential, so this is going to be a direct competition with them. However, what's really cool about this, and we don't know what affixes you can break down off the sets yet, you won't be able to do all of them. However, you will be able to take those and put them onto those crafted items. So say you have a build that uses all exalted items, but you haven't sealed any. You could then craft these on there, seal those affixes. So basically you could seal in set bonuses. So how this works, I'm going to use the Boardman set as an example, is you would take, like, say the plank, the one-handed scepter, and you would break it down. It would give you one of the affixes. You could then craft that affix onto a scepter, and then by equipping that scepter onto your character, you would then get the one set bonus. And if you did that for the same for the fallacy and the legacy, the chest and the helm, and you put those affixes on a helm and a chest that you'd crafted, you could get up to the 3 set bonus. Of course, the set bonuses for the Boardman set's not something I would highly recommend, as it's almost completely useless. However, there are some other set bonuses in the game that could really push some builds even farther than they already do, and that's kind of what I wanted to go over today, is how some of these are really powerful. For instance, if you were to go to the Ferber set, you can get +2 level of totem skills. What's really cool about this is this doesn't limit you by having to put set items that you can't craft on into those item slots. So you can now break those down, take whichever affixes it got you, seal that onto the 2-piece slots that you need, and then boom, you get +2 level to totem skills. Anyone who's done a totem build with Storm Totem or Thorn Totem, I have a feeling this could turn into almost a mandatory end game push to really push builds beyond what they currently do. And some of these sets are really powerful. For instance, the Forgotten Knight set. You can get 75% Void Pen with Time Rot. However, if you get 3 pieces, you also get that more Void damage per stack of Time Rot on the enemy. Remember, you can have up to 12 stacks of Time Rot. So this means you could be doing 36% more damage with any of the Void builds you currently have, simply by getting this put in as the affixes and then getting that set bonus onto the gear you already have, assuming that your build isn't based around uniques in those slots. Remember, you won't be able to craft these onto uniques. Another cool one that I think is going to do a lot of good is the Halvar set. This means you won't have to use the Halvar staff, which really frees you up. You'll still have to use a 2-handed staff, but it's now going to be one you can craft, which is really going to allow you to really boost the amount of adaptive spell damage you could put on that, and crafting those extra fixes lets you play with a lot more. But this one, for just the 2 set, is going to give you a bunch of added cult spell damage, and the 3 set, of course, that level of avalanche, and everyone really loves that 100% chance to cast an additional boulder when you critically strangle the spell. Getting to 100% crit should be much easier with this build this way, so I definitely see avalanche builds trying to take advantage of this with the current gear that they have. Some more cool ones that we have as we scroll down, you can get with the Invoker set increased elemental cast speed and plus to fire, lightning, and cold spells, or elemental spells if you will, which is really cool. One of the ones I think is going to be really cool that I'm kind of interested is the Ruby Fang set, getting the +1% melee poison chance per 1% uncapped fire resistance. I'm really interested in this because that Ruby Fang set, because a lot of people, you don't want to wear the cleaver, right? So imagine being able to put that on a regular axe that you have, and I'm thinking, like, if you're a paladin or a forge guard, you might be able to see possibly some good old minion poison on the forge guard or paladin doing some poison builds, which will be interesting. So I'm kind of wondering if this is going to open up some poison builds. That's what I'm really interested for, because you can get a ton of fire resistance in those classes, and really in any class, because again, once you put this on, that means that if you have a tier 6 or tier 7 fire resist on anything, that's just straight melee poison chance on hit, which is absolutely insane. So I definitely see some poison builds really popping off in the next season based on this. Another big one I see for minions is going to be the Pebbles set, that 3 set piece giving your skeleton spells and attacks the +42 fire, cold, or lightning based on your lowest elemental resist. Being able to do that without having to wear the Pebbles set is going to be huge. That is a lot of flat damage that you're going to be able. So like for me, I really like the cold skeletons and the cold mages. So having low cold elemental resist and giving them 42 flat damage is really going to push that build beyond it. I'm really going to be trying to tie that in. Again, not 100% exactly sure what the affixes will be or exactly how it's going to work, but if it works the way that I'm hoping and it sounds like it's going to work, it's going to push like the ice minion army build that I used to have as a necromancer. Like, the damage is going to be insane on it, right? As we continue down, we got some cool ones like the +2 to curse and minion skills for Cynthia, so any minion build is probably going to be trying to really push this one onto it. Another big one, the Shattered Lance set. I think this one's huge. Getting that 15% increased melee cold damage per 10 health regen, especially since you can stack health regen a lot more because of the flat health regen on a few extra gear pieces. I don't remember the exact ones. Again, it's been too long since I played, but I know you can get a lot of health regen now. So Shattered Lance set is going to be huge as well. I'm extremely excited for that one. And again, this is why I say it's going to change Season 2, is because being able to put these bonuses onto like normal gear that you have is really going to just, it's a big power creep. I mean, it's going to have some insane combinations, and I can't wait to see what some people come up with, but I've already got a million ideas, and it's one of the reasons like I'm coming home and really want to play Season 2. And then as we scroll down, another big one is Velitria's. I'm completely butchering that, but having to wear the two-handed staff in order to play Lightning Meteor was kind of a really downside of it, but now you won't have to do that. Imagine getting +1 spell lightning damage, and again, you'd be able to do this with any two-handed crafted, so Lightning Blast could become much more viable this way. So I'm excited to see what, if I play Mage, this is one I would definitely want to work around. But overall, I mean, there's not a ton of sets in the game, but there are some bonuses there that can really push some builds that already exist that are at the top end of the game, even farther than they already do. Let me know in the comments below what you guys are thinking, or what you're most excited for, if it's minions, or if it's poison, or, you know, just exactly what you're going for, and let's discuss it. But as always, stay safe, and have a good day.